Okay, and welcome back to part 2 of our Monobenzone little series we got going on here. Just buckle up, get you some water and a snack. We're gonna do just a little skimming on people who are actually using this. This person's particular story started back in June of 2021. It's already been a year. Thankfully, she was pretty religious about updating us, and yeah, so she lets us know I'm about to start monobenzone. She had tried mequinol before, and it, basically burnt her skin. It was funny because the mequinol I was using, I was really worried about the burning. There was tingling. Thankfully, it was not too strong to where it was super, super, like the people who usually blend their own, usually they say they've had that issue. She said, I've tried HQ, but don't want to use it due to the side effects. It's funny because later in this forum, like, once we get into 2022, she did say that she did lighten quicker with HQ, but for the long term, you do darken back up even if you like miss like a week of it. Like, she was like, it wasn't worth it. She said, I've ordered 5 tubes of mono, just waiting for it to come. I know the side effect is cheetah looking skin, basically vitiligo. Vitiligo. When you're using monoquin, basically it's like you're giving yourself a chemical vitiligo that you cannot undo. But I can just cover myself with makeup if push comes to shove. But in the UK, it's cold for literally 9 months of the year, so I'll be mostly covered. I know it can take years to depigment, is what she means. I know that it can take years to depig and repigmentation can occur again afterwards, but I'm ready to go down that road. Yes, I do want porcelain, super pale skin. Like the whitest of the white, y'all. And if I don't like it in the future, there's always tanning lotions. The only thing I'm scared of is the judgment from people afterwards because I'm black. So my skin turning pale white is quite shocking to people. I know that monobenzone is systematic. I've heard that the smaller, skinnier you are, the quicker it can work, basically. I'm hoping to start with 20% for at least 5 to 6 months, then move on to 40% until I finish. Anyways, I'll write my whole journey. So that was June. We have some people asking what's your current skin tone. She said she's like a Gabrielle Union color. Where did you order it from? Which was a good question. You can only get monobenzone, usually like the real stuff, through prescription. There are different sellers who are selling it, but actually being able to authenticate it, make sure it's real, is really difficult. So you usually want to get it from someone who has a prescription for it, who has vitiligo. She said, I'm on a vitiligo Facebook page. She says, I'm on a vitiligo Facebook group, and they purchased from Mac Medlife. I ordered 7 tubes of Benequin and one 40% jar on Thursday on WhatsApp, but they haven't gotten back to me with any update. The people say that it's normal. It's in Indian country, so the time difference is 5 hours, but I'll update you if I get them. 1 tube is $10, which is around 7 pounds, but shipping is $50. Altogether, I spent $160, which is 120 pounds. But I paid with PayPal, so if I don't get my things, I can just dispute it. So that was July 4th. A couple weeks later, July 23rd of 2021, she says, update, I received my mono about 2 weeks ago and been applying it mostly on my arms, chest, and neck. So guys, she wasn't even putting it all over her body. She just started with her arms, her chest, and her neck. That's kind of weird because this is a depigmenter, so it's like, it's not like skin lightening where you're gonna go down like different shades and then like, oh, I like that shade, and stop. Like, nah, you're just gonna have white pigment. Yesterday I saw a small white patch on my arm and I'm so excited. Remember, she's only been using it for 2 weeks. I'm hopefully gonna order tretinoin soon, as I heard it makes it work faster. Now we're in August, the end of August 2021. Someone says, can you please help me? I want to start mequinol. How much percent should I start with? And I'm from India. It's funny because on here, the further we get into this, people are talking about mequinol and how, or actually I found this from a different source, but basically mequinol is basically it'll take forever. Hydroquinone will be faster. Apparently this works a little bit faster, but again, you're just getting your body really splotchy. But mequinol, I guess, isn't as strong as I thought, even though a lot of people are like, it's burning my skin. Someone says, I used 30% mequinol and all it did was hurt and barely lighten me. Maybe it'll work for you, so good luck. Yeah, I don't know about mequinol, guys. I think it needs to be blended with other skin lighteners. So this is August 22nd. Update, I've been using tretinoin 0.1% with monobenzone and my skin is definitely much lighter. A couple weeks ago, I woke to a small piece of my skin missing. I probably scratched myself at night, I don't know. It's healed, but it's still white, pink on my face and not darkening like it normally would. So basically she has a little scarring. I think that's probably the monobenzone working. Anyways, I'll report back when I have some more updates. So it says, thanks for your response. I'm actually of medium complexion, but I want to make it fair. About 5 to 6 shades will be enough for me. Should I start Mequinol 15%? Someone said to get 5 to 6 shades will take you forever with Mequinol. If you're hoping maybe 3 to 4 shades, Mequinol could do it within 6 to 12 months. But 5 to 6 shades doesn't seem realistic, especially if you want fast results, which fast is 6 to 8 months, guys. We have the same goals and same starting skin tone color. Where did you order your tretinoin 0.1%? I've also gotten my monobenzone 20% along with a 40% mono jar from MAC Midlife, so it's legit. Hey girl, glad someone is having the same journey. Now we're into September of 2021. Oh boy, monobenzone is so frustrating. You need to have a lot of patience. Please keep the updates. I'm currently in the state where some areas have white dots on my belly and thighs. I just started 2 months ago. She says, good luck on your journey, and you're right, you do need patience. Every day I feel like giving up. I remind myself that future me will thank me for continuing. Please also update me on how your process goes as well. She says, I bought mine from Pulsar Meds. They have an Instagram account if you have sensitive skin. So it looks like she switched because before she was getting it from the Indian Facebook group, but then she found an Instagram account that's selling it. If you have sensitive skin, please go for tretinoin 0.5. Oh, she's talking about the tretinoin. Got it. So she brought her tretinoin from Pulsar Meds. They have an Instagram account. If you guys are in the US, you guys can get prescription-based tretinoin from Gold RX, and there's another, you can do it all online. You don't have to actually see a doctor in person. I don't have sensitive skin, but my inner arms are raw, and if I scratch myself and if I have an itch, it really burns. But no pain, no gain, I guess. Also, if you live in a hot country or it's summer, try to avoid the sun as much as possible. You will literally be applying monobenzone in vain. They say, I will also, you said you use tubes from MAC. Have you gone through the darkening phase? Because when I used it at the beginning, my skin darkened a lot. So I switched to other products called Uniqueen 40%, the yellow one I think, and it suited me more. MAC has really, has already a peeling agent, but it peeled my skin like crazy. I will wait like 4 months to see how it goes. Someone else saying I'm using monobenzone 20%. Someone saying don't do it, you'll kill all your skin cells and then become high risk for skin cancer and other conditions. This medication is only for people with vitiligo, not for someone wanting to go from black to white. Benequin literally kills your melanocytes. That is true, guys. You're just killing your melanocytes and you will have no melanin at all. These are just people like, okay, thanks for your concern. I don't have to read all of that. Okay, so this is September 7th of 2021. Update, I've decided today to stop applying monobenzone to my face for maybe a week until my face isn't peeling. My face isn't sensitive at all. I used to use 88% lactic acid on my face just fine, but my skin has recently started burning when I apply monobenzone. It's because of the tretinoin. I might give tretinoin also a break and just continue using 40% mono on my body for a while because tretinoin is really burning. My skin on my face is much lighter and I'm seeing a few spots wanting to appear on my nose, and my scar is still whitish pink, so all is good. This is the scar that she got. I'm assuming from when she said she scratched herself in the middle of the night and it took off a chunk of skin. Someone else says, how have you been depigmenting? Has it been an even general lightening for you, or are you very spotty? Also, I've been using mono for the same time frame as you and I've seen no change. Is it worth using tretinoin, do you think? So this person isn't using tretinoin, so they're saying without the tretinoin, they're seeing nothing. She says, I haven't seen much change either, but then again, it's not a quick journey, and I'm just going to keep going. I have general lightening and scratches stay pink and white instead of dark. Tretinoin isn't really doing anything big for me, but making my skin super sensitive. I'm going to continue for at least a year, and if no progress, then I'll give up. It will take us much longer as our body doesn't have vitiligo, but never give up, I guess. Update, okay, now it's October 24th, over a month. Update, I haven't really seen any drastic changes. During last winter, I spent most of the winter, November to April, using a hot water bottle on my belly and ended up with a really bad skin discoloration. My belly basically went pitch black. Monobenzone and tretinoin has gotten rid of it on my belly, which is a pretty big change. So it looks like the monobenzone and tretinoin has worked for hyperpigmentation, but it hasn't really made a big change to her normal skin. The skin on my arms have been extremely sensitive. I scratched my arm the other day and ended up ripping off a large patch of skin. I also have a lot of scratches and patches on my arms. I'm guessing because of the use of tretinoin. I have confetti spots on my chest, so usually that's where you see the white spots and then brown spots. Confetti spots on my chest, it's weird because the spots are not pale white, but more of a light brown color. Update, this is December 26th, so now that was the end of October. Now we're almost 2 months later. Not much changes. It's pretty depressing, I guess. I'll be back whenever there is a significant change. Someone in January said, I think you're wasting your time and money. You already know this probably isn't going to work for you, blah, blah, blah. She comes back the end of January, says, update, my neck and arms have significantly lightened. I'm on a break to just moisturize my skin. So basically she's trying to re-heal her skin because it's been tearing it up. I'm currently waiting on 20 tubes to be delivered. Update, that's the same one. Someone says, good to hear about your last update. Results give you a boost to work harder. I have an update. Also remember 5 months ago, I said I have dots. Well, now it became a whole patch, a whole pale patch on my thighs and behind my knees in only 1 month. And that's only because I started mixing MacTube with Uniquin, because I was using Uniquin alone and didn't see other results than dots on my body and sensitive skin. And last month I started mixing it and voila, new patches. Please keep us updated as I will too. Also, an advice, you really need to moisturize a lot. Use Vaseline and vegetable glycerin together. You will notice the dead skin falls off faster when you scrub your skin. Yes, you need to scrub your skin every week so that you apply monobenzone on the new skin. Someone says, where did you buy your Mequinol? So she comes back March 18th of this year. Update, I've continued using 20% monobenzone and my body is lightening amazingly, but it seems like my face doesn't want to. I have a patch of lighter skin on my face, so she is basically, the chemical Vitiligo is happening, so she's pretty patchy. Maybe about 3 shades lighter, and the other girl said that she started her knees and behind her knees, so like thighs, behind the knees, had started with the white patches, so it's doing what it's supposed to be doing, I guess. I have a patch of lighter skin on my face, maybe about 3 shades lighter, but not depigmented, meaning that it's still a little brown. I have a feeling that my body will depig faster than my face. At the moment, I'm doing a full body yellow peeling oil. That's from glutathione. Except she's not doing her face or her neck. Hopefully it will do me some justice. I've also started taking 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C every day, as I know it decreases melanin. Taking it orally is not going to decrease the melanin as if taking it topically. I had to look into this. Usually if you want to decrease melanin, you have to have vitamin C as a topical, and people start at 20% and higher. 30% is pretty strong. I still have 12 tubes of 20% left, but I'm going to order some tubes of 40% soon and start increasing the strength. I'll probably apply 20% in the morning and 40 at night. I'll be taking a short break from monobenzone, probably just on my face from mid-April, as I have a rhinoplasty booked for the 25th, and rather not use any actives on my face at all, so I'll not post any more updates until maybe May or June. So someone's asking, can you post pictures? She says, unfortunately, I don't have any good before photos, as before monobenzone, I had been using hydroquinone and steroids on my skin for 2 years. So most of my before pictures, my skin was way lighter than what it is now, and not my original color. It's pretty depressing knowing that I can get super light very quickly with hydroquinone, and she wasn't just using hydroquinone, guys, she was also using the steroids. But I hate that you can't even maintain a color for a week without losing it. Like, I'm about 5 shades darker now, but my skin is super clear, so it's not too bad. I have very limited amount of pictures before that. Most of them are filters, so not accurate. Before skin lightening, I never really took pictures. Update, okay, so this is a couple months later in April. Oh no, I guess just 1 month later. I've been having great results recently. The yellow peel worked amazingly on my body, kind of burned my chest, and I have some PIH. It's like about 1 shade lighter, but it's basically dry skin. I felt brave and applied it to my face, and it went extremely bad. My skin broke out in a rash. It was so horrible, but my skin is better now. I burned 1 little spot on my face, and now it's just a light patch on my face. Better than being pitch black. I'll probably do a yellow peel every month or two, every month or once every 2 months, because it's pretty painful, not gonna lie. The way my skin is going, it seems like my body will probably depigment faster and even, and my face and neck will probably depig in spots. My body has been giving me great results, and I only apply once a day. I have some patches on my face. They're not depigged, but extremely light. My mom said I should be careful because I'm giving myself a vitiligo. Around my mouth, I can see white spots wanting to pop out. I think by the end of summer, my neck will probably depigment. Recently, I've been focusing on my legs and including 20% every day. It's going extremely well, especially my knees are looking great and not pitch black. My belly will definitely be a lot harder. I normally use hot water bottle when it's cold, nearly all the time, which literally burns my belly and inner thighs. Now it's approaching summer. I plan to spend most of it at home, and if I have to go out, probably just be covered. She's talking about buying her next batch. I'm thinking about buying a sauna suit for mostly my upper body because it's annoying having to use so much cling wrap. Would definitely recommend occlusion. I've seen great results in a short time. I must say that my hands look absolutely amazing, especially compared to photos from last year when I had absolutely horrible bleached knuckles. I'm going to buy some latex gloves. Heard they're better for occlusion than vinyl. Let's go to page 3. Okay, so now it is May of this year. Last time I posted was roughly about a month ago. I recently been having great results. I believe if I apply every day and occlude, I can be fully depigged within a year or so. So she's saying that this whole process is probably going to take 2 years in total. I have been very motivated lately, more than usual. I thought that it wouldn't work for me and that I had been wasting my money. It's basically summer now here, and I have literally been avoiding the sun like the plague. I try to go out early in the morning or in the evening after the sun is set. I am depigging in spots, which I don't really mind, as opposed to even lightning. So there is no even lightning with this, so you guys have to keep that in mind. I probably get a lot of backlash from my family and from people around me, which will probably cause me not to be able to depig fully, as they would probably throw out all of my Benequin. But I can definitely use vitiligo as an easy way to depig without any criticism. So basically she's going to tell them that she has vitiligo and that's why she's looking like this. If you're using monobenzone and not seeing results, I'd try occluding. We'll have to look into what occluding is. I know it uses, cling wrap. Try occluding with cling film and taking vitamin C every day. So if you're someone who wants to use monobenzone but wouldn't want to depig in spots, I would definitely avoid monobenzone. So she's saying there is no way to use monobenzone without going through the vitiligo, which basically you're bringing on the vitiligo on yourself. I have been using Benequin 20% and tretinoin 0.1%. I use Retin-A and Benequin mix on my body every day, only once a day through because I'm lazy. I apply twice a day, probably when my legs are having faster, better results than the rest of my body. I only use Benequin on my face mostly, and I only apply tretinoin on my face once a week. Okay, so she figured out the whole face thing, because before she was like the tretinoin was like burning her. So she's only doing the tretinoin once a week on her face. If 20% is sufficient and giving me good results over the summer period, I'll decide not to use the 40% and just use 20%. She said my face is depigging in spots. I'm not scared about it. I spent all of high school with acne and have just recently lived a life of perfect clear skin, so I'm not self-conscious when it comes to my face at all. The white spots I had that were just light and underneath the skin has started becoming more apparent and whiter, which I'm extremely happy about. I have spots around my mouth, but the sides of my face are more patches. I can see underneath that there are more spots that want to come out. I think my face might take longer because it's summer. Legs, my right leg has started to depig in spots and now they're forming together. Most of my inner right thigh is also depigged. My left leg also has a big birthmark behind my knee. I've seen that is also starting to depig as well. I believe with occluding every day, I could have great improvements within a couple months. Arms, my arms have been coming along nicely. Recently, I'm seeing white spots popping up on my inner arm, which is funny because when I'm using products, I usually notice the white spots on the inner arm too. I say white spots. They're usually just like a spot that's lighter, like one shade lighter than my all body. I'm extremely lazy to normally occlude my arms, so I think that's one of the main reasons. It's pretty far behind my legs. Upper body, my neck and chest has been doing great. A lot of new spots are forming. Not white, but lighter in color, which I'm pretty happy about. Can you post pictures? I doubt that I will, as I don't have autoimmune vitiligo, but rather chemical vitiligo. So either I have to wait for my body to get full-blown vitiligo or start applying to my back soon. Hi, I'd like to see before and afters if you don't mind. Someone else said, I'm just worried. I've been using Monobenzone for 3 months now and I haven't seen any results. But that's too recent. You have to wait longer. Let's see if she updates. Okay, now we're in June of 2022. Okay, this video is getting kind of long, so I'm going to end it here. If you guys would like to go in more of her more recent updates, now that it has been over a year for her, we will make a third video, but this one is just getting kind of ridiculous. So I think I'll stop here.